Hi Beavers! This is the community engagement part of the Great Indoors badge, which is to learn about a local service in your community that's helping people affected by the spread of COVID-19. And to do that, I am going to show you a video of a conversation that I had with someone that you might recognise from previous Beavers sessions.
Beavers, this is Laura Scott. She's the Activities Co-ordinator at the Abbey Care Home, which is a care home for old people in North Berwick. And her job is to keep the residents happy and entertained by planning lots of different activities for them. Some of you will remember, Laura, from previous visits that we've had to the Abbey Home, where we've helped with gardening and when we've gone to sing Christmas carols to the residents. So Laura, it's really lovely to see you.
And you. It's lovely to see you. We've missed you an awful lot, so we have. Our garden has come with you down recently.
Yeah, well, we've missed you too, and we're sad that we haven't been able to come and help you with the gardening this term. And I've been thinking about you all during lockdown, because I know it's been really difficult for care homes during the pandemic. So first of all, just wanted to ask, how are you and all the residents? Is everybody okay?
We are. We've been very, very lucky. Myself and all the other staff have all been able to stay away from all the horrible COVID bugs going about. And we've been very, very fortunate that we've not had any cases whatsoever, touch wood, in at the Abbey so far. So all our residents are perfectly well in as far as COVID's concerned. And yeah, we're all keeping good, so we're quite happy down here at the moment.
Oh, that's good. That's reassuring to know. I'm glad everybody's safe. So of course older people are particularly vulnerable to the virus. What have you and other staff members been doing to keep everybody safe, the residents and yourselves?
Well, as everybody was aware with the lockdown rules, our care homes and everybody else's, we've not been allowed to have any visitors coming into our building. Mm-hmm. So that has been the very big step for stopping spread and contamination. We're not allowed any visitors to come into the building. Right. And any staff coming to work nowadays, you can see today I've got a uniform on. And normally when you see me, I'm just wearing whatever clothes I've got on for the day. But that's one step. Every staff member, when we arrive, we come in our own clothes, clean clothes, and then we swap into our uniforms. And as well as that, we're keeping our social distance. So we have to try where possible to keep our 2 meters. Obviously, with it being a care home, a lot of what we do is up close next to people. So we have to sort of be sensible when we are. And when we are close to anybody, I have my mask that I put on. Like lots of other people would wear that you'll see. Yeah. I also have to put on my rubber gloves. So we put on our gloves. Mm-hmm. And I've got a pinny somewhere. So our pinny goes on as well. And so that's called protective personal equipment, PPE. So we put on that, and if somebody did have COVID that was in our building, they would have to stay in their own room, and we have special plastic face masks that we would have to wear as well. So as well as that, all of our staff are getting tested every week. So I had my test yesterday, and we make sure that all the staff have not got any COVID bugs as well. So we're doing very well at doing that.
It sounds like you're doing everything you can to keep everybody safe. That's
basically we've got to follow all the guidelines that the government give us, and I think our boss would say we're doing quite a good job at doing that. I hope anyway.
So, of course, your residents haven't been able to have visits from family members during lockdown just because of the risk of spreading the virus, of course. So, what have you been doing to help keep residents entertained and help them to keep in touch with their loved ones from a distance?
We've been very lucky. We've got a lovely new tablet given to us, and our residents are able to Skype call their family and their friends. So that's made a big difference, being able to actually see somebody, especially for the families as well. It's all good and well us saying, oh, Granny's fine today, but sometimes it's nice to see that Granny looks well and looks fine as well as just being told it. So I think the families and the residents are really appreciating being able to see each other. We're also having window visits. So our resident sits inside the building and the family member can go to the outside of the window and just for a short visit, but that can be enough to keep people again happy that you've actually seen somebody and had a little bit of contact with the sort of outside world apart from the staff. As well as those sort of things, we're still keeping up with our general activities that we do. We've just had our bowling league prize giving for the past 6 months and had our recent prize winners awarded, so that's been really good. We're keeping up our lovely flower arranging. Some of the residents did beautiful arrangements for me this morning. After I'm finished the call today, we have our knit, natter and sew group. So that's for residents that like to sew or to knit. And if they can't do any of them, they come and natter, which suits me just fine, because I'm definitely more a natterer than a knitter. So we're doing our normal activities within the home. Some of them we have to be a little bit more careful about as well. So say we were doing our bowling, after we've finished our bowling, I wipe all our bowls and make sure that they're all nice and clean again, so that we're not picking up dirty things the next time that we go to do it. So our activities is normal. Unfortunately, we're missing some of our external entertainers, but we've got some really good singers here, so that makes up for it.
Okay, excellent. Oh, well, it sounds like you're really doing a good job within the home to keep everybody entertained. So, of course, you know that our beavers love to be really busy and helpful. And I was wondering, is there anything that we can do to help keep the residents' spirits up and keep everybody entertained?
Well, I'm really pleased that you've asked that, because I do have a little challenge for you, if you don't mind. And I think it might fit in. I think it might fit in with one of your badges, actually. I'm not sure, but I'll leave that aside for you to check.
Okay.
I am planning on doing a lovely big under the sea mural along one of my walls in my activity room. So that's the room where you all come and get your juice and put your coats down when you come in to visit us.
Oh, yeah.
So
Is that the room you're in just now?
Yes, the room that I'm in just now. I'll show you.
I recognise it. I remember it.
We're in my activity room. There's the garden, can't quite see it. So what
some of our older beavers will remember that.
So what I'm planning on doing is having a beautiful big under the sea mural, and I've been given some lovely coloured papers that can do the sea and the sand and the sky. And some of my residents, well, not some, hopefully quite a lot of my residents are going to help do some, I don't know, octopus and creatures and crabs. And what I was really hoping was if some of your beavers could send me some fish.
Oh, do you know, I think the beavers would absolutely love to do that. They love to do crafts and they love to be kind and helpful. So well, I'm sure they would be happy to make a fish and send it to you for your display.
That would be brilliant. And what I'll do, if it's okay with you, Laura, I'll leave that in your hands. And you can maybe give some ideas over to the beavers. But yeah, some fish for my under the sea mural would be fantastic.
Excellent. And Laura, would you be able to send us some photos of the mural when it's done? I'm sure the beavers would love to see it.
Definitely. And any other pictures that we do and bits and pieces that we're doing within the house here, we put up on the East Lothian Health and Social Care Partnership Facebook page. That's quite a big mouthful. So again, if you get your video, I might put that up onto ours so people can see that.
That'd be great.
Once we're finished, I would promise I will definitely send you some photographs, and I'll send some pictures as well of our residents making some of the frieze as well. That would be quite good.
That'd be lovely for the beavers to see, and it's nice that we can do a project that the beavers and the residents can both get involved in, even though we can't come to the home.
I think that's a really good idea, and I really appreciate that you've been in touch with us, and I've been telling all our residents that you have been in touch with us, and after this I'll be telling them all what we've been talking about, and we'll look forward to seeing our fish. That'd be fantastic.
Excellent. Well, it was lovely to talk with you, Laura, and I'm so pleased to hear that everybody's safe and well in the home.
Well, thank you very much, and we'll look forward to seeing our fish, and we'll definitely look forward to, fingers crossed, we'll be able to have you back for a visit in the autumn, because we've got an awful lot of apples that'll need picked up again.
Oh, yes, of course. Oh, that was great fun last time we did that. Well, hopefully we'll be able to come and see you again soon.
That's super. Thank you very
bye
much.
For now, Laura.
Bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
This is the type of fish we're going to make. It's an origami fish. It's really easy to make using a square of paper. Here's what you'll need to make your fish. You'll need a piece of either A4 or A5 paper. I'll show you how to cut that into a nice neat square. You'll need some glue and some scissors, and items for decorating your fish, such as some glitter, sequins or buttons, colouring pens, and a googly eye if you've got one. You'll also need an envelope for posting your fish to the Abbey Home. I'm going to use a piece of A5 paper to make my fish. This one's made from A5, and you can see it fits just nicely into a standard C6 envelope, so it's nice and easy to post. To turn your rectangle into a square, take one corner of the paper and fold it over to line up the edges like that. And very carefully press down the fold. Then, if you cut along this line here, you should end up with a perfect square. There we go. We're going to fold the square in half like this, matching up the corners nice and neatly. Press down the fold to make it nice and sharp. Open it out, turn it round, and then we're going to fold it in half the other way. So when you open it back out again, we have a cross shape with a nice centre. We're going to use that centre point as a guide for this next part. Take one of the corners on the right hand side and fold it into that centre point that you made with your cross. And do the same with the other corner on the right hand side. Fold the corner right into the point. Now turn your paper over and do the same with the two left hand corners. Fold them into that centre point. When you're done, turn it back over again so that the flaps are on the right. Now we're going to make a kite shape with the narrow end of the kite on the left. To do that, fold in to the centre line like this. Press it down so that it's nice and neat. And the same on the other side. There we go, we have a kite shape. Now, when you pick up the kite shape, there are flaps that you can pull over from the back like that to make two sort of diamond shapes. So what you're going to do with the diamond shape is take the end part, which was the narrow part of the kite, and fold that point over to reach this one here. This will make the tail of the fish. Fold it nice and neat. And it's as easy as that. That's your fish finished. I'm going to open up the fish a little bit and glue it, just to keep it nice and flat. And that's it, ready to decorate. This is where you can be really creative. You can do anything you want to decorate your fish. I've used googly eyes on mine, but if you don't have any googly eyes, then you can just draw them on or use a button. You'll see I've used buttons to decorate my fish. On this one I've used glitter and sequins, and this one's got different sequins on it, and this one I've just used colouring pens to make nice patterns on it. You can do whatever you like. Once your fish is finished, you might want to put a little message on the back for the residents. I've written, "To the Abbey from Laura." If you do want to put your name on it, make sure to only put your first name on it. Now it's ready to post. Beavers, it's really important that you don't approach the care home at the moment because we need to make sure that we keep all the residents there nice and safe. So for that reason, I would like you to post your fish to them. So of course you'll need an envelope and a stamp, and the address is the Abbey Home, Old Abbey Road, North Berwick, EH39 4BP. On the back of your envelope, please write "From Beavers" so that they can sort their mail easily. Beavers, I think the residents will really love receiving your fish in the post and putting together their underwater mural, so I really hope you can find the time to make them a fish. In fact, you could make more than one fish if you like. Just make sure that you use the correct postage stamp for the size and weight of your letter. And remember, when you go to post your letter, make sure that you have an adult with you and that you go to the post box safely. Bye for now.